Give me that.
Next to Jeff Bezos, jacuzzi and all day pesos. Keep pouring that till I say so. Give me that, give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Go! Let's go! This is yeah, this is it. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it's about to break. Got what it's gonna take. Go ahead and own that stage. Let's go. When you're made for this, yeah, it's obvious. Top another list. Let's go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go! This is yeah, this is it. It's now or it's never. No plan with forever. It's now or it's never. Yeah. It's down to the wire. Who gon' take the empire? It's down to the wire. This is it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. This is yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go! This is yeah, this is it. Go! Go! This is yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go!
What does it feel like to blast down a mountain trail on a single wheel? Well, it feels like freedom. Except that is when you lose the handle. Welcome to the Race for the Rail, the greatest one-wheel race on Earth. The world's best riders are here. The mountain plays no favorites, and at the end of the day, one rider will get to the bottom first. Strap in, Godspeed, and good luck.
Hello and welcome, folks. This is Jack Mudd here with Ted Rosser. Are you ready for this, Ted?
Oh boy, I cannot wait to watch this race go down today.
We are here in Utah, Snow Basin Resort. Well, Ted, today we got the best riders. They're at the top of the mountain right now, and one of them is going to leave here as the champion.
The energy is high, people are stoked, and I can't wait to watch this race go down.
Absolutely, folks. So let's see, Ted. Who's our favorites today? What are we looking out for?
Well, first things first, we have the bracket system set up on the website. So if you folks have not set up your bracket yet, go ahead over to the onewheel.com, set up your bracket. But, you have the fan favorites, Dom, last year champion, going up against Bodhi right here, Team Skyline. Both of these have been competing super, super tough together.
Yep.
Very similar times, and they're pushing each other to perform at their utmost capabilities.
And here we have Skyline at the top of the mountain. This is live from the top of the hill here. They're getting ready. Our drop-in is moments away. They know the course now. It's pretty intense. We're going to have a course preview here in a minute, but these riders must be nervous, Ted. They must be pretty much, I'm sure they're shaking and feeling it.
Shoot, we're nervous here sitting in the booth, and we're not even racing.
And we're going to go ahead and recap our action from yesterday. It was intense. We've been racing all weekend, so let's kick it over to that action and find out what just went down yesterday here.
Welcome to day 2 of team event challenges here at Race for the Rail 2020. Today, riders will be taking the gondola up to the top of the mountain where they will be competing in the team relay challenge. Team Delirium has been dominating the team challenge portion of Race for the Rail, and it's looking like Team Skyline is a bit of an underdog. But you know me, I always got love for the underdog. Team Skyline, baby. Let's go!
We got our third team challenge today. Let's do it! This course is fast, it's techy, it's quick, it's a relay. We'll see what we got. Team Delirium up 2-0 on Skyline. Skyline has an opportunity to get $3,000 in the bank here, leading up to tomorrow's big showdown. All right, let's check it out.
The dust is kicking up. Bodhi's in view. Boom, flying by. Oh my gosh. Bodhi totally dominating Dom's time.
Are you kidding me? This has been a crazy 3 days here. Team Delirium coming away and sweeping all 3 team challenge events of the team portion of Race for the Rail 2020. But don't forget, this is just the start. Here we go. Race for the Rail 2020 starts right now. Grab your popcorn, get the big screen started, and let's get this party going.
That's right. So this weekend gave us an opportunity, Ted, to feel out who our top riders here today for this is the granddaddy of them all. This race is what means everything, right? So this weekend's been very informed about who is our top sort of tier of riders. We got to see that on display yesterday. Bodhi Harrison put down the top time, although Dom, of course, last year's winner, would you say he's the favorite?
He is a favorite, and he has dominated the first 2 challenges, for those of you who watched day 1, day 2 recaps. However, yesterday, Dom was not able to come out on top on that circular loop relay. And I do know that the courage Bodhi had was trump over Dom's time.
Yep. Obviously, folks, we're holding this race in the midst of a global pandemic. Our staff has taken the utmost care to protect our riders as well as ourselves. Some of the things that we've done to mitigate risk here is every single rider and staff member that's here has submitted a negative COVID test before entering. We've been in a bubble, private lodging, private transportation. Temperatures are scanned every morning, mask, social distancing, the whole thing. And we've kept this race a secret, this location, until right now. We can't have a crowd here, Ted. It's all live streamed. You guys, it's a pleasure to talk to you in your living rooms here. We really appreciate it. We're doing our best to make this race happen. Here we have the top again. Our riders getting ready. So this start line, Ted, how far up the mountain are we here?
I would say about a quarter of the way up the mountain, and the racers actually rode this portion of the race, the very first team challenge, a team descent.
Yep.
Little did they know this would be the Race for the Rail course. But it is going to be a true test. It's got a gnarly downhill.
Downhill.
It's
right out of the gate.
Yeah, you know what? Let's we got Laser on the course preview. Let's flip it over to Laser.
He rode it yesterday.
Fast.
Super fast.
What's up, everyone? Laser here at the start line for Race for the Rail. We're gonna do a little course preview. Let's hit it. First, riders will be starting off sideways, snowboard style. Turn into course and go. The first section, they're gonna gain the speed to go around the first main turn. Now right here, you have very small room for error. Take the right side and riders will be in the clear. Going into the Bermuda Triangle. This is the first hairpin turn of the race. There's some track lines, it's loose. You don't wanna go too fast and lose your balance because that could be a very bad place to go down. Riders will come in to this single track through the grass patch. Another tight hairpin turn, another tight left, and this is it. Riders are gonna go through past our buddy the Moose. They'll have to air down the little drop through the finish line. Whoever does it fastest is the Race for the Rail champion.
Alrighty, that was a great job, Laser. What he failed to mention is that straightaway that we're going to see a lot of speed. That is called the Squirrel Pig Straight.
Squirrel Pig Straights there right in the middle. And that top section, I'm expecting we may see some carnage today on the top, as much as I hate to say it. That top section is steep and it is techy. There's a lot of rocks. You got to find your line. I think that a key here is going to be which racers right out of the gate can distance themselves. Because if you can distance yourself, you can pick your line, and that's going to be a huge advantage coming down there.
Sure thing. One thing that we have to mention, too, is this dirt is very fine. It picks up a lot of dust, and as you see, most of these riders wearing goggles. The rider who gets out in front has a clear advantage over the other riders behind. It's a lot harder to find the lines. And, yeah, let's go over to the National Anthem with Jack.
It would be an honor and a privilege to play that, Ted. Let's go ahead and let it roll. We're about ready to start. That, of course, is Chavis Flag from Atlanta. He went absolutely nuclear viral 3 weeks ago on Reddit and all over the world for playing his guitar, ripping and riding his one wheel. Thanks, Chavis, for doing that for us. That was epic. Now we have the bracket, folks. First round, we have Dom Williams, Angel Cooper, Brendan Schurmeyer, and Wren Weichman. Then we got Jeff, Amanda, Dave Stewart, and Zoe Thomas. And in the bottom, Bodhi, Jamie Juchter, Ori Rush, and Raquel McCosker. It's a pretty evenly spaced first round here. Two riders are going to move on from each of these brackets into a semifinals, round two. One rider will move on from that bracket into the finals. You got to be in the top two here to move on, Ted.
Here we are lined up. Let's meet the first heat round 1 of Race for the Rail 2020.
This is Dom Williams
here
on the left. This is Wren Weichman here in the middle. Of course, they were allowed to select their position by their seeds. Dom's a top seed, Angel Cooper, and this is Brendan Schermeyer. We're going to give you a little taste of who these people are before they let her rip.
Hi, I'm Dominique. I'm racing out of Asheville, North Carolina, and I like to go fast.
My name's Angel Cooper. I'm racing from Prunedale, California, and I'm here to make the boys cry.
I'm Brendan Schermeyer. My friends call me Floaty McFly. I'm racing out of Los Angeles, California. I'm here in Utah, the top of this mountain, about to send it down, and I'm going to win it back for my friends in LA.
I'm Wren, coming out of Los Angeles, and because it's my anniversary with my wife today, I'm winning this race for her.
So, Ted, of course, Dom is the favorite. He's last year's champion. He's fast as heck. Wren is an interesting story as well, right? Wren was a wild card, got voted in by popular vote. He's got a huge YouTube following. This is his opportunity to prove to the world that he deserves to be here racing with the big boys.
That is true. A lot of Wren's fans are constantly on the Onewheel Instagram telling how much Wren deserves a spot at Race for the Rail.
Which is rad.
He's got his spot.
He's here.
And he's here to prove himself.
He's at the top of the mountain. This is his moment. We expect Dom is going to move on here. That would be an insane upset if Dom is not one of the top 2. The question is, who's going to be the other one? Is it going to be Wren? Is it going to be Angel? Or is it going to be Brendan Schermeyer? Brendan Schermeyer is no slouch.
Nope, not at all. He has a consistent time he's laying down. He feels comfortable on the board. Wren had a great start yesterday at the Cirque du Loop.
Yep.
Got him feeling confident. I think he's going to
woo! And they're off. Oh, my gosh. Dom is in the lead position. Let's see. We got Dom. It looks like we got Brendan Schermeyer, and then it looks like we got Wren and Angel in the back. It's top 3 kind of separating. Top 2, it looks like it's Dom and Brendan Schermeyer. Here we see Angel Cooper in the rear. Let's see if Wren could put himself back in position. Again, this race course is about a mile, maybe a little bit more. He has time. People are going to make mistakes. Let's see. Dom and Brendan are 1-2. You know what? I'm actually a little bit surprised that Brendan is staying this close to Dom right now.
Brendan's got the fire in him. He had the dandelion in his helmet yesterday.
And I heard from folks close to him that he has no fear.
Oh, no fear at all. That dude is loose. Oh, my gosh. Are we going to see a pass here?
This is a really rocky and steep section. Here you can see from the second camera angle. These guys are battling rocks. They got to do it. This is the Bermuda Triangle right here. So they got to slow down, kill their speed.
You did not want to get stuck in the Bermuda Triangle. I'll tell you that.
No, you don't. Now they're going to drop into a straightaway, and this is a chance for riders to really pin it. And we'll see. Oh, my gosh.
Here we go. Brendan Schermeyer coming around Dom.
A.K.A. Floaty McFly. Look at this pass.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Dom off his board. Brendan Schermeyer is in the lead position. If Dom does not get back on his board and finish this race in second, this is going to change the entire dynamic of the race here, Ted.
This is that boardercross style we were hoping for. You know, last year in Tahoe, it was a very single-track oriented race. This is the opportunity that people did not have last year to be able to pass and do crazy turns like we're seeing.
It looks like Floaty McFly, a.k.a. Brendan Schermeyer, is in the lead. Let's see if Dom can catch him. Wren Weichman is in third. I don't know if he's going to have what it takes to catch up to Dom here, but it looks like he's laying down a competitive time. Here we kick it over the drone. This is Squirrel Pig Straights here, Ted.
Squirrel Pig Straights. This is where all the speed's going to come into play. Dom is a fast rider. We'll see if he will make up some time on Brendan right here. Brendan
is
He's
in the
fired
lead.
Up.
Holy smokes. Nobody saw this coming. All right, so they got to kill their speed here. They're going to get to a big turn, big toe side turn for regular riders here. He's slowing down. I pick him up here live.
We're going to pick him up.
Slowing down. He's coming down. I think Dom's going to go for a pass here, Ted.
This is a chunky section. This is a chunkier section after Squirrel Pig Straights. Some may call it the gravel pit because you come down into some loose gravel.
Dom is right on his tail. Brendan
ready
Schermeyer
for the pass. Ready
into
for the pass.
snake run. Now the snake run, it's pretty narrow. Riders just blasted by us. Pretty narrow. Not a lot of room to turn. We got our camera guy just took a dive. That's right. This is a hard section of course right here.
Dom is
trying to pass.
Who
wow,
came out of that one?
1-2.
Oh my
they
gosh.
cannot break the ribbon. I think
Dom made it in front.
Wren Weichman just got blasted by us. He's still ripping.
Oh,
It's
here comes
1 and
Brendan
2.
on the inside.
Oh, my gosh. They are battling onto the sidewalk, and then they're going to come in and come
Brendan
right
took
down
first.
the
Brendan
main.
took first.
They're coming down. There's a big toe side, a big heel side, and then they're right down the straightaway of the lodge area here. Wow. Holy smokes. Brendan's in first. I cannot believe that. Brendan Schermeyer looks like he may, if he can hold Dom off, he may finish this race first. And we missed the result a little bit, but I think Brendan Schurmeyer probably came in first and Dom in second.
I think we just saw one of the biggest upsets
Holy
at the start of this
smokes.
race. Could you believe that, Jack?
Everybody, I think if you asked everybody here who saw this weekend go down, they'd say Dom's going to win this by 30 seconds. I thought that this course would play to Dom's strengths. Dom has super fast straight line speed. Brendan Schurmeyer kind of edged him out of the way up top.
Was that the Bermuda Triangle we saw that pass? Was that correct?
I think it was a little pass there onto that straight.
Do we have an instant replay on
smokes.
that pass possibly if we could get that lined up?
Brendan Schurmeyer and Dom Williams will be moving on. Wow. Wren came in third and Angel Cooper in fourth. Man,
Jack, I cannot believe what we just saw.
I think what this means is Brendan Schurmeyer is here to play.
Well, you know what? Maybe, challenge 1, challenge 2, challenge 3. All these homies are taking it easy until this final race.
That might be a strategy. Some people did not take it easy, and they're feeling it today.
For sure. I know that Jeff the other day was saying that he was only pushing it to about 85%, and I think right now Brendan just turned it up to 110.
Brendan just turned it up to 100%. I was told on day one when they showed up by his good friend Jamie Jutcher that Brendan has no fear. And I think what we just saw there, this race includes a lot of dead straightaway.
Yeah.
And what that is it's a combination of how much fear do you have and how can you ride that line. And Brendan Schurmeyer just rode that line better than Dom Williams did, and we
Let's
did not
take a
see
look
it
at
coming.
those highlights. That was insane.
Wow. Okay, off the start, it looks like Brendan crushed it. Sorry, Dom was in front. Brendan's on his tail. See, I was impressed, Ted, how close Brendan stayed to Dom.
Yeah.
And then where did he catch up?
Oh, right near that devil's dip.
Edged him out. Edged him right out. And that's totally legal. Bumping is racing, as we say here.
Oh, Cade took a gnarly spill.
Our cameraman,
right on the
Cade.
grass. Yeah,
that's round
Cade.
one for Cade. He's got to clean that up. And
Cade.
there's our finish. So Brendan 1, Dom 2. Now, on our finish, you got to drop that grassy ledge to finish, right, Ted? You got to drop the grassy ledge. So that's another opportunity for our riders to slip up. There you can see it. It's about a 6-inch lip right there. That could make a difference in a race.
We got the Can-Am angle. Hell yeah.
Here's the Can-Am heading back up.
That 6-inch drop, though, if you're not ready for it, can get you.
And I guarantee you there's going to be a round here where it's 1-2 neck and neck, and that's going to be
Sure thing.
That's going to be the difference. Wow. That's round one.
We
That's
have
a
whole lot of racing to go. Let's hit it to laser and get us on that sideline, babe.
Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Brendan Schurmeyer. Dude, you are flying. How? Just give me your feelings right now.
That's pure ecstasy coming down that and finishing first. Wow. It's everything I could have imagined plus more. And by that I mean beating Dom.
You just beat the #1 seed. Well, #2, #1 seed in the first heat. Can you carry that through?
I think I can. I got to race him again, but we're doing the same thing, so I think I could beat him again.
Brendan, hydrated, brother, and we're going to see you in Heat 2. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys real soon.
So top 2 riders advanced, Ted. Brendan Schurmeyer, a bit of a surprise that he beat Dom. Dom will move on as well. They're going to be in the same bracket next in the semifinals next up.
I can't imagine Dom's feelings right now after coming out of last night's event, not with a top time, being beaten by Brendan, who was a wild card. Let's cut down to Laser and talk to Dom.
Yep. Laser, what you got for us with Dom? How's he feeling?
#1 seed coming in second in the first heat. Dom,
So I came out, got the whole shot, and about halfway down the course after the tight turn, I got a little shove from Brendan, and I just got thrown off my board, and he was about 400 feet in front of me, and I just gassed it, came up behind him, I passed him, and then coming around this corner, he just took the inside line and got me, and yeah. I feel like the turns were the most challenging, just coming in and having to gas it around those because there's like these 90-degree turns that kill all your speed, and yeah.
well, Dom.
Well,
Looks like we had a little mic difficulty there on Laser.
But that's a pretty subdued Dom. Dom's a high energy kid, and he is absolutely the favorite coming in today. I think if Vegas was talking, they say 2-1 Dom.
Oh,
to be honest.
For sure. Especially with the times and how on Dom just dominating the challenges, how far ahead he was from the rest of the crowd.
And I'll jump in. Dom dominated on day 1 and day 2, but yesterday Bodhi beat him, and you start to see that doubt creep in potentially. We'll see if he can regain his confidence in the semifinals because he's moving on.
Who knows? Maybe that's his strategy. Maybe he knows he's trying to push too much.
Ted.
No?
I don't think he's playing us. I think that Brendan just beat him.
Damn.
I know he mentioned that little nudge there. Again, bumping his racing. That's legal here. But you know what? Whew. All right.
We got a whole lot more racing to go.
Yep.
We got Heat 2 lined up here.
Who are our racers here at the top of the mountain? Let's see. Maybe we'll show them the bracket, but I think we got in this heat, we got Jeff McCosker, veteran racer here, Amanda Thompson out of Boston, Dave Stewart, our 2018 winner, and Zoe Thomas. She's been fast all weekend. Do we have more about Zoe? Zoe's been killing it.
Let's kick it off to the profiles on this heat right here, Jack.
What you got, Zoe? Zoe Thomas.
Zoe Thomas, the youngest and toughest racer in this year's lineup. Zoe has proven herself among the world's best. A Utah native, she's graceful among gravel and is giving her opponents a run for their money.
Something about Zoe, she's lighter than almost all these riders, and she's also fearless. Last year, do you remember, she won the Groms race. Zoe's what, 15 maybe? She won the Groms race. She got stung by a bee in the face.
And I'm pretty sure she split her kneecap
And
open.
she split her kneecap, and she won that race. She's one of the toughest riders we have here. We're going to kick it over to the rider profiles. Meet your riders in this heat.
Jeff McCosker coming out of Sacramento, California. Living that flow life, baby.
I'm Amanda Thompson from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm here to show the West Coast why the East Coast is the best coast.
Dave Stewart out of South Lake Tahoe. I'm going to take it home for the second time this year for my daughters, Emma and Lily.
I'm Zoe Thomas. I'm coming out from Delta, Utah, and I'm here to win.
Epic. All right, so yeah, we got – this is going to be a tough one. Jeff, I would say, who are you looking for, Ted?
You know, this is a stacked race. I know Jeff been taking it easy this past weekend, but Zoe's been laying down some absolute numbers.
Yep.
I watched her cross past Zone 3 on that team descent the other day, and she took those chunky rocks like she was laying down some fresh powder.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you ask most people, I think they'd say that Tahoe Dave and Jeff are the favorites here. But this is my sleeper pick of the weekend in my bracket. I got Zoe moving on.
You know, I think Zoe is the sleeper. She's quiet, she's shy, but man, does she have speed, and is she really good at the technical sections?
And she's not afraid. She wants to come out here and beat the boys. I know that.
But however, we also have Dave Stewart, who has won Race to the Rail in the past.
2018 and came in second place last year. He was neck and neck with Dom. Storyline with Dave, it seems like his career may be winding down as a one-wheel racer. One of the fastest. Also, we should note, he rides trails all the time. This is right up his alley. He could easily lace this course right now.
I know he laid down, had a few spills the other day, and he's like, man, I kind of like golfing.
I know. And they're off. Okay, someone just busted out front. I can't tell who that is.
I believe that is Jeff in black.
Is that Jeff in black? It looks like we have
Team
Dave
Delirium.
Stewart behind him, and it looks like we have Zoe in third. And
Dave
Amanda
Stewart's
Thompson in
making a
fourth.
good
That's
lead.
what it is. It's Jeff out in front, Dave Stewart right behind him. We have Zoe in third and Amanda Thompson out of Boston bringing up the rear. They're coming down. This is a Jeff had a quote yesterday that says sometimes slow is fast. Down this straight here, sometimes you got to go a little slow because there's so much chunk. Here we're seeing Amanda Thompson. She is in the rear, Ted. Let's see. It looks like we still have our same ordering. We'll see what happens at the Bermuda Triangle. That's going to slow all our riders down. That's a big opportunity to pass. Dave Stewart is in front. Dave Stewart is in front. Tahoe Dave is in front. He got past Jeff. Jeff's right behind him. They look like they're cruising. Zoe almost lost the handle there. Let's see if she can make up ground.
Dave Stewart's looking strong. He's looking nice and smooth, comfortable on there. Look, he's just passed those few chunky rocks.
He looks like a man who's expecting to do this race course a few times today.
Here we go to the Squirrel Pig Straits, just about right here. This is where the riders take the most speed possible.
They're probably going 18, 19, 20 miles an hour in here, maybe more. They're riding that line. We'll see if anyone can make up some time here. You know what? I think if this race course included some uphill, I think Zoe has a huge advantage. I saw her flying up hills the other day. She's a little bit lighter. Since this race course is downhill, I think that might be a factor here. Tahoe Dave is to his advantage.
That is correct. Tahoe Dave's not too much bigger than Jeff, but he does know how to lay down the gas pedal.
They look comfortable.
And I think Jeff might be he knows he's got that second place on lock as long as he doesn't make any slip-ups. He might be just securing that extra fuel for later on in this race.
These two look comfy right now, Ted. And I think, one of these guys is going to move on to face Brendan and Dom.
Here we got Zoe.
Yep. She's look how fast she's going. And she is in control. Tahoe Dave and Jeff here, I got a visual on them. They're coming down the gravel chunk part.
Tahoe Dave looks comfortable. He looks confident throwing double shakas.
Yep.
Wow,
smooth.
He is
smooth.
in the zone.
Super smooth. Blasting through
Jeff
this section
also
here.
looks very comfortable just going through that snake run. They both know that they both laid down a good time.
This is what
Zoe coming down here.
Super
number
flowy
3.
section of the trail. Fun to ride right here, actually.
Being cheered on by her competitors.
Zoe in 3rd. Amanda Thompson in 4th. Dave is cruising. Jeff is in no hurry. At this point, they've built such a lead for themselves that they're going to comfortably cruise. One of these guys is going to move on and face Dom and Brendan. The other one's going to go into the next bracket, which is vicious as well. Includes Bodhi and some other really good riders. Ori. This next round, Ted, is going to be no joke. This is a moment where riders can make up time, but I don't think there's enough time here. Yep, we got Tahoe Dave. He's feeling comfortable.
Ready.
Round 1 in the books. Easy drop into the finish.
Oh.
Past the line, luckily. Jeff McCosker. Those are going to be your 2 moving on. That race looked comfy for them.
You know what? I'm very happy to see Dave come across that finish line.
Me too.
Nice and smooth.
He was talking retirement yesterday.
You know what? I think coming in first on this first heat just pulled him right out of there.
You have to think that he has the spirit in him now. He must be thinking, you know what?
Maybe I'm not too old.
I know. He does this every day. These folks, Amanda Thompson coming into the finish here out of Boston.
Nice job, everyone.
These folks ride Onewheels a ton. All these folks are so comfortable. The first team challenge we did, we dropped them from the very top of this mountain. They descended 3,500 vertical feet. I mean, none of these riders, are slouches in any regard. But Dave Stewart just made that look easy.
Let's talk about that first ascent. That first ascent was a great for those folks at home who don't know why riders some of them are in the yellow jerseys, some are in the black jerseys. We ran two team competitions, Team Descent, Team Skyline in yellow, stuck together as a team. Team Delirium in black, blasted through as fast as they can down.
Team Delirium won all 3 challenges. Each challenge is worth $3,000. They have a prize purse of $9K here today. If one of their riders wins this race, the team splits $9K. The winner gets $5K. There's a lot of money on the line. If someone in the yellow jersey wins the race, Team Delirium gets nothing. Let's take a look at the recap here.
What a race.
There you go, Tahoe Dave. That's your winner. Zoe Thomas, we thought she had a chance. Amanda Thompson. So Jeff got a great start there. Jeff got an amazing start, and somehow, somewhere in this tree cover here, wow, there's
right
the
there.
pass. So Dave is blasted by You wonder if Jeff's taking it easy, Ted. I wonder if Jeff is taking it easy. I think Jeff is a crafty veteran. I think that Jeff knew that he had some room to spare. I think he took it easy. I think Tahoe Dave took advantage of that. I think you might see a fast race out of Jeff next round.
I think, too, all the riders who know they're feeling comfortable on the course are trying to eye up the right line to take.
Yep.
You take one bad line down that route.
Totally.
It could be the end of your race for the road 2020.
That's a good point. That's the first lap they'll run again. So, yeah, first we have Dave Stewart out of Lake Tahoe, Jeff McCosker out of Sacramento. Those two will be moving on. Unfortunately, the day is over for Zoe Thomas out of Utah and Amanda Thompson out of Boston. This next round is going to be pretty intense. We got Bodhi. We got Ori. We got a couple other good riders in this next round. So we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, we know that Dave Stewart and Jeff McCosker will get another crack. Those guys will be going back to the top of the mountain.
And let's go ahead, head down to Laser, and get some sideline report.
You're in the race.
I am here with Dave Stewart, Race for the Rail champion.
That was a lot of fun. I've
here we can't.
Gotta slow down on that. In our practice run.
Well, Ted, we can't quite hear what Tahoe Dave is saying, but listen, I can imagine what he's thinking. Look, he came into today thinking, I might be too old for this race. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I mean, the other day he was talking about playing golf and just retiring, hanging out with his 2 little girls.
You got to assume, look, if he wins the next race, he's in the finals. He's got a legitimate crack at this. We'll see what happens when he moves on to the next one, but he looked strong. He looked comfortable. So pretty encouraging sign for Tahoe Dave there. And Jeff McCosker, I think Jeff's got more in the tank. That's my personal theory. If you've got Tahoe Dave and Jeff McCosker, so far my bracket's perfect, Ted.
You know.
Actually, sorry, I had Zoe.
Oh.
I had Zoe. It sounds like we got a profile to run here.
Gotcha.
Maybe we're going to learn more about one of these riders. Bodhi Harrison, he's got to be up there with Dom as a favorite today.
Bodhi Harrison. The talent is unquestioned.
That
Can
pull
Bodhi
down.
finally piece it all together, pull off a big win?
My name is Bodhi Harrison, riding out of Sacramento, California, and I'm tired of second and third. This is my year to take number 1.
So, Ted, the story with Bodhi is one of the most talented riders in the one-wheel world, incredibly well-known. He's got amazing style, and he's an amazing trick rider.
Really progressing the sport.
Absolutely. Great kid. I think a lot of people are rooting for Bodhi today, but he's never gotten over the hump. He's got all the talent in the world. I would say, it's going into today, it's him and Dom. He beat Dom yesterday. What do you think his chances are?
Well, I saw him this morning bumping some RBL posse
Oof.
rolling up to the race, and
That'll
he was
do it.
feeling fired up. I think the last challenge yesterday really just boosted his confidence.
Yep.
And I think he's going to play it a little slow in the beginning, but he's going to let it all bang as he progresses through this race. And I hope I see him progress through this race because he has what it takes.
I asked him yesterday, what's going to be the difference? What's going to put you over the top? He said, I need to believe in myself.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's got the talent.
Totally.
Here we see Raquel McCosker, wife of Jeff McCosker, amazing rider, amazing wakeboarder as well. Here we see Ori Rush out of Mansfield, Ohio.
Jamie
Junkter, he rides trails all day. There's no easy out in this bracket. I think Bodhi's probably the favorite. Ori's fast. Jamie's fast. Raquel's fast. I mean, literally any of these people can move on.
This is probably one of the most unpredictable heats
I think
of
so.
this event.
I think so. I think I have Bodhi and Ori moving on, but you could see Jamie or Raquel moving on for
I want to
sure.
say Jamie might have the upper hand. He loves the downhill.
Yep.
He's fast, and he's hungry. Like some of the challenges were not in his favor. This challenge is in his favor.
Jamie with a full head of steam, get out of the way. Let's learn more about these guys here. They're about to send it. Here we got Bodhi. Here we got Jamie and Ori and Raquel. Again, Bodhi and Ori are on Team Skyline. If they win, they would ruin Team Delirium's day, the team in black. Erase the $9,000 they have in their team account. Now, it's a little tricky how the prize purse works, but basically all you need to know is whoever wins the day walks in with $5K in the bag. We got a big check sitting behind us here, $5,000 to the winner. Now, if someone in yellow wins the race, they're ruining the day for the team in black, right? The team in black right now has $9K in their purse. If someone in black wins, the team splits $9K. And here is the heat intro. Let's see it, Ted.
My name is Bodhi Harrison, riding out of Sacramento, California, and I'm tired of second and third. This is my year to take number 1.
My name's Jamie Junkter. I'm out of Los Angeles, California. Beyond excited to be here at Race for the Rail 2020. Ready to get it, ready to win it. Yee!
My name is Ori Rush. I'm from Mansfield, Ohio, and I am racing for the Rust Belt and Shenanigan Squad. Here to enjoy the great trails and race with these incredible riders.
Raquel McCosker, riding out of Sacramento, California, and I'm going to win Race for the Rail this year to show that women can win just as much as the guys can.
And we are underway here. Let's see, pink helmet that looks like Bodhi in the back. I can't tell who 11 is. I think that maybe Jamie in the back. I think we got Bodhi way out in front, and we saw a huge spill there.
Bodhi is hungry.
Humming.
Look at this.
Absolutely humming. This looks like this is going to be a race for second place. We thought this would be the case coming into this bracket. Ori, Jamie, and Raquel will see who can pull it out. They had a big tussle up in here, I think, on that straightaway. That is chunky and it's steep, Ted.
That is the most technical part of this entire race.
Here's Bodhi coming into the triangle. He's going to have to slow down. We got some mountain bikers. They're like, man, I wish I had one of those. Bodhi coming around Bermuda Triangle, really calm. Jamie making up some ground, actually, and Ori right behind him. So I don't think that Bodhi can fully mail this race in. If Bodhi gets off his board here, he may be in trouble. He looks like he's in control. I think he's going about 90%. These riders behind him, though, need to be at 100.
As you see, Bodhi's looking over his shoulder, seeing how much of a wager he has between him and second place.
He's a veteran.
I think he's feeling comfortable on the board. They're getting a squirrel pig over here. Jamie, this is where he could really take a turn and get some more time up on Bodhi. But I think as long as Ori doesn't make a huge pass on Jamie.
I was going to say, we're going to see how bad Ori wants it right now.
Here comes
Ori,
Jamie.
Holy
screaming
smokes.
down squirrel pig.
Holy smokes.
Passing
Jamie with a pass on Bodhi. Jamie is not racing for second place. Jamie is racing for first. Bodhi was kind of racing. He was mailing it in. I think Bodhi thought he had more lead than he did.
We are out of our seats right now.
Jamie is in first. Bodhi's right behind him. And Ori, if either of these two riders slip up, Ori's going to pass him.
Bodhi looking for that pass on Jamie right here.
This race is not over. All three of these riders are in contention. Bodhi again takes another. This right here, though, Bodhi is a goofy rider. There's a heel side turn for him and for Jamie. Holy smokes. Ori's coming around toe side. They're 1, 2, 3. This is going to be decided in the snake run, and this is going to be decided in these final turns here. Let's see if Bodhi can add to his lead in the snake run, or if one of these Ori, oh my gosh, they're flying, Ted.
I cannot believe
Holy
this
smokes.
Right
okay, Bodhi probably 20 yards out in front. Oh my gosh, Bodhi off the board. Bodhi off the board, and we have pileup. Jamie off his board. Oh my gosh. Ori in the lead. Bodhi off his board. Ori off his board. This is absolute chaos. Jamie in the lead.
Can Bodhi overpass it?
Trying to catch Ori. Bodhi passed Ori.
Over the grass.
Bodhi passed Ori. Jamie in the lead. Bodhi in second. Ori in third. Let's see if Bodhi can hang on. Ori right behind him. Huge pileup on the snake grass turns there, Ted. Jamie's going to cruise it in. Bodhi's got to maintain his lead right now on Ori. Ori's going to pin it down this curve.
We have Goofy versus Regular battling out for second place. Jamie's coming across the line.
Jamie's going to come in first. Who is in second? Bodhi and Ori. Wow, I cannot believe that pileup in the snake turns. Oh, Bodhi's in second. Ori's in third. My mind is blown right now. I thought Bodhi was out when he went down. Oh, my goodness.
That just goes to show, as much of a lead you had starting off, it doesn't matter if you cross that finish line. There's so many. Oh, Jack almost fell out of my chair over here. Oh, my gosh.
That was too much for me to handle.
My heart is pounding right now. I'm pretty sure these mic levels are peaking.
Sorry for yelling, folks, but that was insane.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Bodhi going down, the favorite. It's Bodhi and Dom. That's the story going in. Bodhi going down on the snake. I thought that Jamie and Ori were going to be past him. Pile up. Ori popped out the front. And all of a sudden, Ori goes down.
These first two heats have just been mind-blowing. I cannot believe what we're seeing here. Let's watch a replay.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. What a race we have. My heart is pounding right now. I'm pretty sure these mic levels are peaking.
Sorry for yelling, folks, but that was insane.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Bodhi going down, the favorite. Off the start.
It looked like Jamie had a little hiccup off the start.
It did. Dom had that lead. See, so Ori got Craigslisted.
Oh, two Craigslisted.
Jamie got Craigslisted right after him. So, wow, what a freaking race. How did they make up that time, though? Bodhi didn't go down in the beginning, and Jamie and Ori caught him.
That was Ori and Raquel taking a Craigslist absolute spill.
I think if you're Bodhi right now, you're taking mental notes that you cannot sleep on any part of this race course.
You know, first race, we're like, oh, they're only going to 85%. I do not think that's the case anymore. I think they're going pedal to the metal as fast as they can.
My takeaway is you got to send all portions of this race course.
This has got to on Race for the Rail.
So Bodhi, I can't believe that. Bodhi goes down, falls in the way of Jamie.
Jamie straight just checks
Jamie
Bodhi
checks
out of the way.
Bodhi. then Ori loses the handle. I can't believe that. And Bodhi takes the time, makes it up. And
you can't script this.
You can't script this. I didn't think that this stretch here, the snake run, I didn't think that there'd be an opportunity to pass. So far, there's been an opportunity to pass here. So it's not over. If you come into the snake run in first, it's not over. Holy smokes!
The energy is I cannot believe what
There's
we're
no
seeing
crowd here, but if there was, they'd be going ape, Ted.
Ape, yes, they will be going
Absolutely.
ape. As much as a Can-Am would be going, ripping up the
Ted
hills.
has been going ape in the Can-Am all weekend. Here's Jamie Juchter, Bodhi Harrison, 1-2. They will be moving on. Oh, my goodness. Ori Rush put up a heck of a battle. Ori goes back to Mansfield, Ohio with his head held high. And Raquel came in last there.
Unfortunately, she suffered a pretty big spill right off the start. And, you know, you got to have that line dialed. You have to be ready, and you got to have those ankles loose.
Yep.
Because those rocks are unforgiving. I don't care what rider's navigating those rocks.
Yeah.
The rocks win every time.
Anyone can go down. So let's go down to Laser for a little interview here, Laser. What you got for us, bud?
Are you kidding me, Jamie? So good to see you down here. That gave me goosebumps, brother. Tell me what was going through your mind when Bodhi came off his board.
I was very happy about that. And I believe we crashed into each other. I thought it was going to knock me out at first, but I was able to keep my balance and get back on around the corner and just went for it.
Was there at any point down this last straightaway that you thought, he might get me?
Yeah, a couple times. And it's going so fast, sometimes you're like not even there. But yeah.
What's your favorite part of the course so far?
That straightaway where you can just put the
Squirrel Pig Straights.
Yes, that's the best part for sure.
Well, Jamie, congratulations on the win. You're moving on to the next round. Let's keep the momentum, brother. Good job.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Big congrats to Jamie Juchter from LA. He is just, I love that dude. Super positive guy. Rides trails all the time. He was a wild card. He got voted into this race, proved that he belongs to be here.
Jamie's one of the best standout guys I know.
Absolutely.
He crushes trails, good human, always offering
Great
help
dude.
around the event. Big props to Jamie. Stoked he was able to pull that win off.
Time of 4:01, we'll see, like, that's not a clean 4:01. So I think some of our better race times are going to be in the high threes potentially, maybe in mid threes. If we see someone just fully pin it and lace this race course, you might be, I don't know, 340.
It's a battle. Do you want the fastest time or do you want the cleanest line? You know, it's like even cruising through this grass snake run we're seeing right in front of us, if you take the wrong line, that little grass bump could really toss you off
That's
the
what we
board.
saw from Bodhi right there.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you a look at yesterday's Enduro event. Yesterday, this went down at the top of the mountain, or actually it was about midway up, if I'm honest.
Yep.
But it was about a 10-minute blitz of a race course. Let's see what happened. So, actually, this is Sarah, our events manager at the bottom. They're going to wrangle these riders and get them back up to the top here. Load them up into the gators. Send them back to the top. Brendan Schurmeyer, yep, hydrate. And now we're going to actually look at first ascent, the first challenge from day one. See what happened. You're at 9,500 feet. You have about 4,000 feet to go. The first complete team to the bottom wins. We stress that teamwork is going to be important. We have to build each other up. We have to help each other get down. This is first descent.
Blaze past zone C, and I'm saying that dude is flying. Seems like Zoe is out in the lead, crushing this section.
Riders in view, Team Skyline sticking together. It looks like all 6 riders are there. Here they come, crossing the finish line together. This is what it is all about.
So this is the Enduro here. Welcome to the second team challenge! Today, the second team challenge is the team enduro race. It will be incredibly advantageous for you to lay down your very best time on this course, because it will have ramifications for who you are racing against in your bracket on Sunday. So Ted, this is the race that set the seed.
That trail's intense. Leg burner, event number 2.
Okay folks, Dom just busted on in here with 7:18. That's a minute, over a minute faster than the next closest rider. Whew, that's pretty incredible.
If we're live right now, this is the Lost Summer teaser.
Yeah, Camp, are we able to talk over the back of this? Camping squad. Are we able to talk over the back of this? It's pretty cool. What a vibe.
Cavu has been in my family, that phrase, so we always use that. It's a Cavu day, isn't it the best one? You know, I'm content, I'm just appreciated today, I fulfilled it. If I die tomorrow, I don't care, I was happy. So that was this feeling, you know, so I came up with that kind of concept for a company and a philosophy behind it, kind of après lifestyle, and we choose to keep the company a different way and not take ourselves seriously, because more is not better. If you're done working, get out, clear above, visibility unlimited.
Camp, if you can. All right, Ted, so these riders are gearing up to go back up the hill. The folks that moved on, top 2 from each heat, are going to separate into 2 more heats of 3 riders, and I wonder if that's going to change the dynamic as well, because they were 4, 3's a little more space on the course.
A little less dust, a little bit more opportunity to pick your right line.
But you got to finish first.
And a hell of a lot more competition.
Yeah, this is going to be intense. So we got Brendan Schermeyer out of LA, Dom Williams out of Asheville, North Carolina, Jeff McCosker, veteran rider. And then in the bottom bracket, we have Tahoe Dave Stewart, Jamie Juchter out of LA, and Bodhi Harrison, Pride of Colorado. What are you looking at from this top bracket, Ted?
Top bracket, Brandon is going to have the absolute energy behind him.
Yeah.
Dom is going to be hungry.
Dom is going to want revenge.
Jeff is going to need to crank it up if he wants to compete against these 2.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the bottom bracket, you know. Jamie's going to have that energy after taking the first. Bodhi's going to be hungry. But Dave Stewart was feeling nice and calm on that last one. Let's see how it pans out.
You know what's interesting, Ted, is that the first place finishers in each race here, Brendan, Jamie, those are guys that we didn't expect to necessarily be in the second round.
No.
Those guys are feeling confident right now, and that's an added dimension. I think if you went into this race, you're thinking, it's Dom, it's Bodhi. Both of those people had a very tough time on this race course the first time around.
Everyone's brackets at home have just been thrown out the window.
A bit, but also if you have Bodhi or you have Dom and you were like mailing it in, this is going to be the finals, all of a sudden, neither of those guys won their bracket. So now you got these characters like Jamie and Brendan Schermeyer who are saying, hey, I showed up to race today. I'm one of the best in the world. I mean that. They're heading up the hill right now. Sarah's getting them up to the top.
I think this is only going to make Bodhi and Dom hungry.
Absolutely.
They came out here knowing it was going to be Bodhi versus Dom, or having that in their heads, you know.
Right.
What they saw today was not what they were expecting when they went to sleep last night.
That's
I guarantee
true.
you that.
None of these riders knew this race course coming in today. It was a total surprise. Took them up to the top. They had no idea what was happening. I'm not sure they're ready for what we were laying down here, Ted. This course, a lot more challenging than last year. Also, a lot more opportunities to pass. A ton more opportunities to pass. We saw that shake out in the first couple rounds. People that are in the lead aren't necessarily going to end in the lead. That happened in at least 2 of the 3 races today. So we'll see if that continues. I think all 3 of the riders in each bracket have a great chance to make up room. We're going to take one more look at the course preview here just so you guys have another visual of what it looks like to blast down this place.
Look at that gondola.
Yep.
Laser with the course preview yet again.
So he's at the top right now.
Let's hit it. First, riders will be starting off sideways, snowboard style. Turn into course and go. The first section, they're gonna gain the speed to go around the first main turn. Now right here, you have very small room for error. Take the right side and riders will be in the clear. Going into the Bermuda Triangle. This is the first hairpin turn of the race. There's some track lines, it's loose. You don't want to go too fast and lose your balance because that could be a very bad place to go down. Riders will come in to this single track through the grass patch. Another tight hairpin turn, another tight left, and this is it. Riders are gonna go through past our buddy the Moose. They'll have to air down the little drop through the finish line. Whoever does it fastest is the Race for the Rail champion.
The problem areas on this race course, Ted, that top section, we've seen multiple riders go down. The surprise to me is this bottom section, the grass snake path. Big pile up in that last race. What are you thinking about if you're one of these guys going back to the top? You've ran this once. What's going through your mind? What are the adjustments you think they're making?
I think a huge portion of this race is a goofy versus regular when you approach those critical turns. When you hit the Bermuda Triangle, that favors the goofy rider.
Absolutely.
Then when you hit the grass snake run, you have a little bit of heel, you got a little bit of toe.
Right.
But then once you hit that little S turn before the straightaway, right into the finish line. It's got a little bit of everything, and it has the opportunity for each rider, regular, goofy, to slip up. And that's what we saw in the last race. And I tell you what, I expected more people to have an issue with that first downhill section. You know, it gets to that little like pavement portion that has a little bit of loose dirt over it. Super technical, super trippy, and it's really slippery. But the fact that they're tripping up on this like mellow flow section that we've been sessioning all week is such a surprise to me.
And I think it means that when they're in this portion of the race course, nerves are setting in. You know that you're close to the finish line. You feel the racers behind you, right? I think you need to breathe through this lower section. I think you need to pin it at the top. We saw Bodhi kind of take it easy on the top and then realize that he wasn't as far ahead as he thought he was late. I think we're going to see an adjustment from some of those riders knowing that you got to get some separation in the beginning. You got to hold the pedal down.
I think you're right here. If we take a POV through the snake run,
you
can see there's a nice little rut that each rider takes.
If you don't stay on that gravel, that's like almost exactly the width of the tire. This is where that pileup happened. You need your tire to stay in that gravel. Otherwise, it gets a little wonky, right? You get up on that grass lip. This is right where we saw Bodhi pass Ori. Whew, I could not believe that.
The biggest thought that I had running this course was near the end of this grass snake run, there's a little bit of a divot as it approaches that right turn.
Deep toe side turn for regular, deep heel side for goofy. But you saw Bodhi slow down there. That's going to affect Bodhi and Jamie Juchter as goofy riders. They need to be in the lead by that point.
Well, here's the thing. They've ran the course once. They kind of figured out their kinks. I expect round 2 for them to know the lines they want to take, the spots that they want to pass on. And I think that we might see a little bit more of an experienced line after running it round 1.
I totally agree. All of these riders are veteran racers. They're going to know exactly where they want to be, ideally, because they've ran it once before. I think the first time around, you saw some of them figuring out those lines. I think now they probably have a pretty good idea of where they want to be. We'll see who gets there first. This whole shot's going to be pretty key.
Let's go ahead and set the first semifinal on the line here.
Looks like we got some racers
lining up. We have a lot
up.
of Team Delirium, I see. You know, good thing, Jack, too, I saw on the last race, super competitive because it was Team Skyline versus Team Delirium. However, round 2, heat 1, we see a complete stack
all
of Team
teammates
Delirium.
and friends. Brendan Schermeyer, L.A., Dom Williams, Asheville, North Carolina, Jeff McCosker, Sacramento, California. All these guys are friends. All these guys are fast. All these guys want to win, and only one person will move on. That's right. For this round, just the winners moving on. Brendan was a huge surprise. Brendan beating Dom, I would say, is so far the surprise of the competition.
He's ready.
Brendan is freaking ready. He has no fear. He's here for one reason. That's Ascend. Jeff in the middle. Jeff's a very veteran technical rider. Dom on the right, probably the fastest man alive. Fastest one rider in general alive.
The fact that Brendan took that right line, I think, is because he won that last race. He has the upper hand on this whole shot.
We will see how it shakes out. Again, these riders starting sort of what we're calling snowboard style, parallel to the start. They got to pivot, do a quick pivot, and then fully send. If they get too far out in front of themselves, They're going to lose it on this crazy section here. So we'll see if they I mean, look, they have no choice. They got to go full send.
Here they go, and they're off.
Jeff out in front first. Dom and Brendan neck and neck in second. This is going to be a good one, folks. Jeff still out in front. It looks like we have Dom second. It looks like we have Brendan third. Yep, we're getting tail feathers from Brendan right there. Dom is trying to chase Jeff down, and I think you can see this already. They are flying. No one is taking it easy. They know they have no time to make up. The time is now in this race course, but Jeff is ahead by what I would consider to be a surprising amount. I feel like he's not a straight line speed guy. We're seeing that maybe he is right now.
You know what, though? We saw Bodhi in the same position.
Yep.
However, the end of the race did not turn out in Bodhi's favor.
And again, oh my gosh,
Jeff is down.
Craigslisted. Holy smokes. That's going to be a huge deal breaker. Bodhi is out in front. It's Bodhi and Brendan right now.
That is Dom. That is Dom out in front, Brendan right behind.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. So Dom, probably what we're calling the fastest one-wheel rider in the world, gets the free pass from Jeff right there on a huge spill. Brendan right behind.
As they're getting approached.
This is a straightaway here, Ted. This is a time to pick up speed. Dom is cruising now. I cannot believe Jeff. Jeff was sending. Jeff was full send. This is Dom on the straightaway. Brendan's still trying to chase him. Again, if you're Brendan right now, you got nothing to lose.
Pedal to the metal.
The one-wheel season is done after this event. So these guys, they got nothing to go home to other than this race is everything. You're going to see Brendan give it everything he has, foot on the gas pedal. So I think we're going to see them come down, start to slow down into this turn here. We'll see who can take that better.
Looks like we have some obstacles on the course they're going to have to avoid.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get out of the way in time.
Mountain bikers are just a slalom, Ted.
We got a dog. All right, we're clear.
They're neck and neck, though. Okay. And
Holy cow.
Jeff took a tumble, man. Jeff took a tumble. They're coming in hot. Look at that, Ted. They're coming in hot in the corner. Dom's slowing down. They're both regular riders. They both have the same line here. Brendan right behind. Brendan's got to find a way to catch up.
Brendan's going to push this section. I can see it.
Yep. He's got to find a way to catch the fastest rider in the world. Dom is listening to some tunes, and he's blasting through here. Let's see if he can stay on his board during this stretch. He's onto the grass a bit. Dude, he is going. Holy smokes. Jeff
Brendan
in third.
looking for that pass.
Brendan is looking for that pass.
The riders
on the
are
gravel.
not.
I like how they're not quite sticking to the trail. It's interesting move there. I felt like sticking to the trail is the fastest line, but maybe it's not.
I think Brendan was looking for a pass here. He's going to try
Dom
to pass
is
on the
cutting
outside.
that grass.
Brendan's taking the inside.
Brendan is trying to. Brendan is going for the pass right now. Brendan is passing Dom. Brendan is passing Dom into the final straightaway. Brendan on the toe side. They have a big heel side turn. This is Dom's last chance to catch up. Brendan is in front of Dom. This would be an insane upset right here. Brendan Schermeyer from Los Angeles, California, looking over his shoulder, and he is going to the next round. Dom Williams is out of the race, Ted, and nobody saw this coming. Oh, my goodness. Jeff McCosker in third. Brendan Schermeyer moving up.
What did we just see?
Brendan just beats Dom back-to-back races, and I don't think we're going to have a perfect bracket here today. I will be surprised. You got to be Brendan Schermeyer's best friend to have Brendan beating Dom twice and moving on to the finals. Brendan Schermeyer, wonderful display of sportsmanship right here. Jeff is a classy dude going and shaking Brendan's hand. Brendan is on cloud 9 right now, and I don't know how he passed Dom. You know what's interesting, Ted? Did you see Dom cut that turn short right there?
You know what was really to Brendan's advantage is he took that outside line at first and cut inside. Dom tried to take the inside to inside. In racing, you never want to take that inside out inside. You lose too much speed. Brendan had that advantage taking the outside to inside, and he was able to come away with the win.
Holy smokes. That is pretty insane and pretty insightful. Dom went for an aggressive move there, cutting that grass.
I think Dom thought that he could just punch it through.
Yeah.
And just like have all the speed. He's a lighter human.
Yeah.
He's 16 years old.
Yeah.
He has the speed. Brendan proved to him, age is no thing. Let's go to the replay. Come on.
Let's see it.
Holy Craigslist.
Brendan Schermeyer was feeling good coming into it. Didn't get the whole shot. Jeff McCosker had the lead by a mile coming out, which I was surprised about. He lost the handle. He took a tumble here. He was sending it. God, Jeff was going fast.
Think about this.
Oh
what
my
a race.
Goodness.
what a race we've seen so far.
Hey, and kudos to Jeff for getting back on his board, finishing real strong. That's awesome. I have a ton of respect for Jeff and doing that. We should note this, Ted. Look at, hold on, we're about to see this pass. This is still when Dom's in front, charging. Dom was flying by us here in the grass. He just got a little aggressive, I think, on this straightaway. Didn't want to stay in the rut. And that's where Brendan got him. Dom killed his own speed, and Brendan passed him on the outside, and he couldn't believe it, flashing the LA like that. Oh my goodness. Dom has to be bummed out, but I will say this, Ted. Dom is one of the brightest stars in the one-wheel world. Great kid, awesome, awesome human being. He's going to be back. I don't want to face Dom next year because he's going to have a bone to pick. We'll send him down to Laser, who's with a very happy Brandon Schurmeyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an upset. Brendan Schurmeyer taking out one of the #1 seeds. Dom, the winner from last year's Race for the Rail. Brandon, dude, I am so pumped for you, brother. Give us your thoughts on that race.
I'm super pumped. It's kind of funny. I passed Tom at the same spot at the end twice, and it came down to the street. You know, I ride street all the time. I don't know if he does. You know, I was able to get from the grass back to the cement, back through, finish it off strong, give him the LA sign for the end. All these homies back at home are proud, I'm sure.
Let's talk about the meat and potatoes right now. All right. You just beat last year's Race for the Rail winner and knocked him out. What's going through your mind right now? You're going to the finals, brother.
I'm going to the finals, baby. I mean, last year Flow Life Fest, it was me and Dom neck and neck and neck, and I feel like if my tire didn't get clogged up, I probably would have beat him then. So it's always been up in here that I could beat him. I could be the best. I think I might have had the advantage here because it's just a dirt fire road, and that's pretty much what I ride. So.
Well, Brendan, today you are one of the best, man. Let's get you rested up back to the top of the mountain. Any shout out?
Shout out LA Onewheel. Shout out Ali. Shout out everybody watching. Let's go.
Holy smokes.
Brendan, man. When I zip tied his goggles to his helmet this weekend, I knew he was ready to send. Those goggles are not coming off, and he's got one speed, and that's fast.
That dude's got a bit of a screw loose in the best way possible. Awesome, dude. Super fun to spend time with. I've enjoyed hanging out with him this whole weekend. He attached a flower to his helmet during some of the team challenges and came ripping through the finish line. Flower's still on there. Wow, Brandon, big kudos to him. But we got another big race, and one of these riders is going to meet him in the finals. Jamie, Bodhi, and Tahoe Dave. It doesn't get any easier. Who do you like here, Ted?
You know, just like I said last time, Jamie's got the huge advantage on this downhill. That's in his back pocket downhill. We have Bodhi, who is obviously one of the fastest riders in this entire competition. But then we also have Tahoe Dave, who has proved himself time and time again that he is a Race for the Rail champion. However, who will come away from this? I honestly am not in the position anymore to pick a favorite.
The expert analysis is out the window.
Yeah.
We had a whole weekend with these guys. It was epic, but today is the day that the dogs came out, and they're hunting right now, Ted.
If you ask Madden on this pick right now, Madden has no idea.
Dave Stewart, Jamie Jukter, and Bodhi Harrison. You would think that Bodhi's the favorite here, but Dave and Jamie were the people that won the last heat. So Bodhi's come in with a second-place finish. And look, one of these guys is going to move on. One of them is not, right? Or two of them are not.
Yeah, one
so
advance.
This is winner-take-all to move on to face Brendan Schurmeyer in the finals. 2020 Race the Rail is about as crazy as this freaking year, Ted.
Jack, we've been here for probably a week and a half, and I tell you what, I could not tell you that this was going to be the result.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun. We hope you at home are having fun too. We hope this race is a bit of relief. Obviously, it's a crazy world right now, but you know what? We get to watch some amazing one-wheel racing. It's a beautiful day, and they're about ready to line it up and send them.
Here we go.
Fast start for Bodhi, fast start for Dave. Jamie slow out of the gates. We'll see. They got to find lines here, and they got to send. It's neck and neck. They got to stay on their boards, though. Jamie and Tahoe Dave, I think you saw Bodhi right there making a decision that he wants to stay on his board instead of go toe-to-toe with Tahoe Dave. Jamie in the rear, but Jamie was in the rear the first race as well. He could make up some speed in Squirrel Pig Straights. We'll see what happens. This is a techie section. This is a tough section. We saw Jeff go flying last
the
time.
racers are completely spread apart right here, Jack.
It
Look at
looks
this.
like Bodhi's way out, huh? Is that Bodhi
I
out
don't
front?
believe that's Bodhi. White helmet. That is Dave Stewart.
Oh my God! Full yard
Dewey
sail.
Just completely Craigslist
Oh my
himself.
God! Full yard sail, Bodhi. Holy smokes!
Jamie's coming across. Jamie takes the lead.
Jamie is in the lead.
Coming in the Bermuda
Jamie's
Triangle.
in the lead in Bermuda Triangle. Bodhi falls way behind with a crash. Dave Stewart crashed as well. Bodhi's back on his board. Let's see if he can make up time. It's Jamie and it's Tahoe Dave right now. Jamie Juchter out of Los Angeles and Tahoe Dave out of Lake Tahoe. They're coming into Squirrel Pig Straits. Oh, Jamie almost loses the handle. Jamie almost losing the handle again. They're going as fast as they can right now.
Dave's picking up speed.
Dave
he's
is
looking for that pass.
He looks calm. Dave looks calm. He's going for that outside line. He's going for the outside line. They're neck and neck right here. They both need to stay on their boards, though. Bodhi got back on his board. I don't think he's too far behind. Dave Stewart of Lake Tahoe was talking to us about retirement, and right now it looks like he may be going to the finals if he can outduel Jamie Juchter here. Jamie, a big trail riding guy from
Just
L.A.
took an advantage, took that outside line.
Yep.
I do believe that this right line that Jamie's on might be a bit smoother. We'll see if Dave tries to overcome.
This is interesting, Ted. Neither one wants to fall off the board right now. They're both, it seems like they're content in taking it down to this lower section and hammering it out. Tahoe Dave actually just pulling ahead. Tahoe Dave on the straightaway. Let's see what he does into this corner here. It's a toe side turn for him, advantage him. Jamie's got a heel side turn. Dave goes wide. Jamie goes short. Jamie's going down the rock section. Dave is threading the needle. Bodhi's coming in hot from behind. Let's see if he has enough time to make it up. Tahoe Dave into the squirrel run. Sorry, into the snake run. Dave flying by us here, staying on the path. Is he going to stay on the board?
Bodhi just entering the snake run now. Let's
Bodhi's
see if
just
he's
in the
gonna make
snake
up
run.
time.
He still has time if these guys tie up here. It's happened before. Getting slow onto the turnaround, and there's Bodhi into the screen. Bodhi's flying. Tahoe Dave out in front. Tahoe Dave took that section a little bit better. Is he going to cut the grass? He does not cut the grass. Jamie cuts the grass. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Bodhi's making it.
Bodhi's in third. Tahoe Dave out in front.
Takes that outside,
and
inside.
Jamie Juchter.
Let's see if he goes outside, inside once more.
Again, Jamie's goofy.
inside,
Tahoe
outside.
Dave is regular. This is to go to the finals here. Dave Stewart cruising down the straightaway past the Moose. And it looks like Dave Stewart is punching his ticket to the finals with Brendan Schurmeyer. Wow, Ted. Wow. Jamie Juchter in second and Bodhi Harrison in third. Bodhi's got to be – look at that. That's freaking awesome right there.
That's a great
You know this
sportsman right
means
there.
the world to Bodhi. Bodhi felt like this year was his year. Still coming in with the hug. That's what this event is all about. All these guys have love for each other.
Team
They're-
Skyline, just great sportsmanship right here.
Yep.
Bodhi's hungry. Dave, kept it mellow all weekend. Had a few spills. I did not expect this from
Dude,
Dave Stewart.
I don't know if Dave is pulling our leg or what, but Dave was telling us all weekend that he was slowing down. He was getting too old for this. But I don't know about that. Doesn't look like he is.
He saw these checks behind us. He's like, you know what? I could use $5,000 right now.
Yeah, cool $5K in the pocket. Wow. And so that means that we got one member from Team Skyline, one member from Team Delirium in the finals. That's some added layer. If Dave Stewart wins this race, he is playing spoiler for the entire team wearing black. They would not go home with their $9,000 they've stacked over the weekend. But that being said, if Brendan Schurmeyer can take it home for Team Delirium and wearing black,
$14,000 for Team Delirium.
Wow. Buku bucks, baby. Buku bucks. Wow. I mean, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. We hope you're entertained right now.
We could not ask for more of Race for Real 2020. Granted, we wish all of you guys were here on the sidelines, but
let's
here's
kick it over some highlights.
Come on.
The entire team wearing black. They would not go home. Wow, Bodhi Harrison hungry right out of the bat. Looking focused. Man, everyone took a tumble in that top section, huh?
Wearing black, $14,000.
Wow. Dave Stewart, ready to go. Wow. I mean, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. We hope you're entertained right now.
We could not ask for more of Race for Real 2020. Granted, we wish all of you guys were here on the sidelines, but
let's kick it over some
World Pig Straight. Come on. Bermuda Triangle. Big Craigslist here.
Wow, Bodhi Harrison hungry.
You do not want to get
this was the
Craigslisted
race
on this
right
course,
here.
let me tell
This
you
was
that.
the race. I can't believe. So when Dave went down, I thought Bodhi was gonna blast by him, and I thought this race was Bodhi's. But Bodhi saw. I don't know if it's the dust or what, but somehow Tahoe Dave's fall affected Bodhi. I have to think.
To be quite honest, I thought Jamie was going to pull it away on this squirrel pig straight. I know that dude's fast.
Yep.
And I thought that he was going to be able to like just take over Tahoe Dave on that straight.
Kudos to Dave, though, for just ice cool vein.
He had that look back as he approached the moose.
Yeah, and he's like, I got
this in the bag.
I got this. And look at him relax. Look at him.
One
he knows,
step closer.
He knows that he's there. Wow. And you know what? It's interesting, Ted. This finals is going to be it's going to be contrasting styles here because Brendan Schermeyer is like balls to the wall, full send.
Loose.
And Tahoe Dave is relaxed. You watch him race, and he just looks like he's been here before. Let's go down to Laser. Let's go hear some insights from the end of the course here.
I am down here with Dave Stewart, winner of round 2 in his heat. Dave, you're going to the finals. Just give it to us, man.
It's my 3rd year in a row in the finals. I feel very lucky right now. I feel really bad about that win because I got a little too aggressive. I got off my line. I got in some chunky stuff and washed out. I fell, I got in Bodhi's way, and Bodhi was nice enough to jump off his board and not run into me or get too aggressive trying to get around, and that cost him the race. I don't know what would have happened if that wouldn't have happened, but I know Bodhi had a really good chance, and I kind of screwed it up, but glad to be here. I feel lucky to be here for sure.
Now, Dave, we had a little conversation before all the team events happened. You were telling me that if you don't make it to the finals and potentially win, this could be your last race for the rail. I'm going to be honest, you are immortalized in Race for the Rail history as of right now, regardless of first or second. Is that thought still going through your mind?
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe more so now, but we'll see what happens at the end of the race. I'm not going to make any predictions like that, probably even today, but I'm 43 years old, so these guys are getting faster and faster, and I guess I can still hang with them. I showed that today, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, Dave, let's get you back in that Zen state, get you back on top of the mountain. It's you and Brendan for the final. Team Skyline versus Team Delirium. Are you kidding me, people? Are you kidding me?
What a class act we saw from Tahoe Dave and Bodhi.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I know Bodhi's hungry. I know Bodhi wanted this win this year, but you know what? More respect to Bodhi for taking the higher route, letting Dave fall safely and get back on his board.
Dave Stewart moving on, Jamie Juchter in second, and Bodhi Harrison third. I hate to go all Little League baseball here, but riding one wheel is about having fun. And these folks are having fun. Laser's down there with Bodhi. Laser, how's Bodhi feeling?
My dude, I'm going to be honest. You got Craigslisted on that one, brother. Once again, not getting the top 2 spots, but you've been top 3 for the last few years. You're in the final thing. You got a lot of time left, brother. Tell what happened on that course.
Well, I came out the gates feeling pretty good, feeling pretty confident, and I was following Dave. Dave is so wicked fast. That man is a spitfire. Kept get on his butt. He took kind of a chunky line and splatted down, ate it, and I was kind of idiot and followed his line, and I was right on his tail, so I hopped off, tried to get back on my board, went to get back on my board, couldn't get my sensor to go. I'm all nervous, so I wasn't getting my foot right. And I just lost him and couldn't catch back up. But, 3 podium finishes without a first place, it just adds to my fuel, man. I got years ahead of me, and I'm still so stoked. I've not lost any stoke today, and I'm so freaking excited to watch my best buds, Floaty McFly and Dave, hit it off in the finals. This is going to be really fun to watch.
Well, knowing you're going to get on that board and start practicing for next year. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for letting us in your presence, my dude. And let's see who wins this final, eh?
Thank you, Laser. Love you, brother.
That is awesome. Absolutely awesome to see someone who is expecting to quite honestly, be in the finals and maybe take this race. I felt like this might have been Bodhi's year. Yesterday laid down some wicked times. Look at him right now, just like calm, cool, and collected and positive, and I really love that. That's awesome.
What it's all about. Bodhi's a great character for one-wheel riding. He's progressed in the sport.
An example for thousands of people out there.
For sure. And you know how many people look up to Bodhi Harrison? I see on the DMs every day how much Bodhi's inspired.
He's a hero, but he's not moving on to the finals, Ted. It's Brendan Schermeyer, someone that I don't think is in a lot of brackets in that final round, getting past Dom. And Dave Stewart, someone who is a familiar face, your 2018 champion, your 2019 runner-up. The talk of the town this weekend was that, is Dave washed up? Does Dave want it? We saw a little bit of that in that interview. He hedged a bit. But I think you get him up to the top of the mountain, and realistically, he's gonna want this as bad as anyone.
I had a conversation with Dave in the Can-Am after he had a false start on the enduro race because his board died. And you would have thought the one-wheel Stoke has just been ripped out of his soul.
Yeah.
Because he was bummed. He was embarrassed. He didn't think he was laying down times that were competitive enough. But
Turns out he needed to charge his board.
not only charge his board, but he just absolutely just crushed all of our expectations.
Yeah.
That's so rad.
Yeah, you can see here the trail, lots of rocks. Of course, one wheels, big air-filled tire. There's a motor in the middle. You can go right through it.
Let's cut to some highlights today.
Yep, let's see how this unfolded. So Brendan Schermeyer edges out Dom in the first race. That's the first shocker of the day. Could not believe that. I'm not sure Brendan could believe that, but that's a sign of the times because Brendan's moving on to the finals. He knocks Dom out in the second round. Again, Dom, amazing kid. He's got a bright future, but today he's not moving on. Let's see which race we have here. Tahoe Dave cruised it into the finals in his heat. Jeff right behind him. Jeff laid down. Okay, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. In this next race is Jamie and Bodhi, right? Bodhi way out in front.
Craigslist.
A bunch of falls. Then we got Jamie blasted out of there. Jamie and Dom moved on. Jamie and Bodhi moved on. Oh, this was the pileup of the afternoon.
I can't
This
believe
is like the F1 race footage when just the cars are tumbling.
Jamie's playing left wing defense.
Somehow
in ice
Bodhi
hockey.
got back on his board and beat Ori in a shocker. Jamie moved on. Bodhi moved on. And this one, Jeff, in the quarters.
Team Delirium.
Jeff was cruising. Jeff acted like he wanted to take home the bacon here until he had a huge tumble, and that left the door open. It was Dom and it was Brendan after that, and you gotta say if you knew that, Ted, if I told you that Jeff takes a huge spill and it's Dom and Brendan, you're saying Dom's gonna get to the bottom first. Brendan beats Dom. He's moving on to the finals, and in this one, Tahoe Dave comes out first, takes a big spill. Bodhi Harrison right behind him in his line. Bodhi mentioned it himself. He's like, I shouldn't have followed his line.
Look at that clip right there. The point that they fall and recover from their board is a good 15 seconds.
But kudos to Dave.
Look at Bodhi right there.
Kudos to Dave
up.
because they both fell off their board. Dave got back on his board really quickly, got back on and finished first, past Jamie. I mean, this race course, it's about survival. I think that's what we're learning here today is like you got to stay on your board because this race course has all kinds of surprises for you. And, you got to stay on your board to get to the bottom first.
You know what's stoked is Skyline's got a huge pull right now. Skyline has zero money in their prize purse, but they have a good chance at winning Race for the Rail.
That's absolutely right. So if the man in yellow wins, he's taking away $9,000 for the team in black. That's what's going on here today. We had a full weekend slate of team challenges where they accumulated money that they could actualize if they win here today, if their team member wins. So if the guy in black wins, he's winning $9,000 for his entire team and $5,000 for himself, $14,000. That's real money, Ted.
That's a whole lot of cheddar.
You might be halfway to your Can-Am that you've been riding around this whole weekend,
Yeah,
Ted.
I do want that Can-Am. Can-Am, if you're watching this, I got you #1 racer, red tosser right here, baby.
Yep. We're aiming for that sponsorship next year, but for 2020 Race to Rail,
we paid for it.
This is full price, and this has been an absolute pleasure. I'd pay double, honestly, just to sit here and commentate this because, man, we've had a lot of fun today. I think the viewers at home, this is a show.
You know, a big thing to think about. You know, everyone's going through kind of a rough time right now.
Yeah.
But there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
Races, you got one wheels to ride on. You know, like
I'd like to speak on that for a minute because one wheels are an amazing thing. One wheels have been an amazing thing for me during this period, and I know for thousands of people, it's a activity that you can go outside, experience some fresh air, get a change of scenery, it's a different rhythm of life when you're riding a one wheel. Now you don't need to send it down a mountain. You know, there are tens and tens of thousands of one wheel riders. Most of them are not doing this. Personally, I ride my one wheel to get the store to go pick up some milk.
I run my one wheel to run Coda, around
the
block.
Ted's dog, Coda. You know, everyone has different uses for this. Today we're putting on display sort of the best riders in the world. It's super exciting. This is truly the progression of a sport. And what's so cool about this is that, you know, you saw the rise of surfing, the rise of skateboarding, the rise of snowboarding. All these sports have their origins. They start from humble beginnings. This is really truly the first digital board sport. Everything about how you experience that ride is programmed in, but it's such a natural feel that you can go up to the top of these ski mountains and cruise on down. And it's just an amazing feeling. We rode these courses all week long.
Also,
Super
Jack,
fun.
the fact that we failed to mention is that all these riders ride with a custom profile.
Yep.
Meaning that they're able to change their board, make it looser, make it tighter, make it more aggressive responding to the actions that if they put on this board.
Yep.
Everything is fine-tuned for each individual rider on this mountain. And I think that that's one thing that people don't often look at is like, what is Dom riding?
True.
What is Bodhi riding?
They're riding different digital shaping settings, which you can do through the Onewheel app, and they're also riding different tire pressures, right? You have that big 11-inch air-filled tire, very cushy. You can take some air out. On this course,
Here's
you
a look
have
behind
to
the
think.
scenes real quick. This is a live stream. All the crew.
Shout out to the boys in the back room for putting this all together. Transition Productions, thank you guys for making this happen. This is really a dream come true. Race the Rail has some of the most humble beginnings that I can speak on. Personally, I was building ramps until 5 in the morning on the first one just so that our team, our employees, could race each other, find out who's fastest. That's what this is all about. At the end of the day, you know, you have this board, you ride it, you have fun on it, but at a certain point you're like, hey, you know what, I think I can beat you from A to B. And anyways, we had a giveaway going on. We had a giveaway running up into this event, right? If you subscribe to us on YouTube, which I suggest that you do, everyone watching, please give us a subscription. We appreciate it.
Hot fire content.
Hot
on
fire
YouTube.
content. Folks like me and Ted who really care about this, we're grateful.
Doing our best from Santa Cruz.
So we had 4,000 submissions for this giveaway. In third place, we're giving away a hoodie and a buff from Race the Rail.
And let me mention this. This is completely limited edition merch. We will not produce any more of this merch.
This is the buff. Pretty awesome. The hoodie I don't have here, but it's equally cool. Third place goes to Hannah Longhurst, and she has a shout-out message. She says, can't wait to see some awesome riders shred the course in my home state. Hannah from Utah, you just took home a sweatshirt and a buff. Second place, Ted, Danny Song out of New Jersey. He's winning himself a Race the Rail jersey. You cannot find this anywhere else. Race the Rail jerseys, they're limited. They're exclusive. They're not online. He said, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's Onewheel time.
Great movie.
Shout out to Danny Song.
Danny,
You're in second place.
We're going to try to get all the racers to sign that jersey for you, so it's just extra special.
Absolutely. Signed game, not quite game worn, but almost game worn jersey for Danny Song. Love that quote. First place, Ted. First place is winning an XR. Now, Onewheel Plus XR is what all these racers are riding today. It is probably the ultimate riding machine. Smooth, beautiful, can handle all this stuff, can handle the trip to the grocery store. 15 to 18 miles per charge. She's an absolute beast. Also the smoothest ride in the world. So someone's going to take one home. Do you want to find out who that is?
Pass that MacBook on over here. I'll tell you.
Okay, read that shout out as well.
First place goes to Morgan Bergen, who is a full-time pre-nursing student and barista. And she's one-on-one for several years now. This is amazing, and I'm so excited to finally get this opportunity.
Morgan, congrats. Big congrats from me and Ted and the rest of the squad here. You will be riding a Onewheel Plus XR soon here. That is exciting. The rest of your life is ahead of you, and today is the first day of it. So congrats, Morgan. We hope you're watching. We hope all of you at home are having as fun a time as Ted and I are.
Dude, Jack, just to be able to hold this event with COVID, with the world pandemic going on safely, everyone's getting negative tested.
Can I get a shout out as well to the riders in our staff for being so on top of the game here, being so respectful and responsible for the rules that we've put in place here in order to make this happen. It's been a gargantuan effort.
Absolutely. Also, big shout out to all the people throwing home parties to watch this Race the Rail.
Not big parties, but very small parties amongst their internal pods.
I know that
viewing from home.
The Rosser family, my family back at home, is celebrating my grandpa's birthday by throwing down a huge Race to the Rail live stream party.
What's Grandpa's name, Ted?
Carl Theodore Rosser.
And what's your
Sr.
name, Ted?
I'm Carl Theodore Rosser III. He
Wow.
is the man who spawned this all.
Big shout out to Grandpa.
If you're listening
and
to this,
everybody who's watching from home today. We're having fun, and you know what, Ted? It's not over. It's not over.
We have a lot of races left, and half the fun is just climbing up the mountain in this Can-Am. I'll tell you what. Squirrel Pig Mountain, also known as Snow Basin.
Yeah, so again, we've been keeping this race location a secret all weekend. We don't want a crowd here. If we have a crowd, we can't run this event. We've been calling it Squirrel Pig Mountain. You're going to have to ask us after hours why it's Squirrel Pig, but Snow Basin today has been treated us well. It's treated some of our riders a little roughly, though.
Can't thank Snow Basin enough. They've
Absolutely.
been super generous in letting us take full control of this mountain. And, Jack, when other time do you have complete control over the gondola and an entire ski resort that was hosted 2002 Winter Olympics?
Absolutely. Yeah, this did host an Olympic event. Here we see some of our riders having a good time on the side here. But, yeah.
Let's not forget, though. Let's go back to this. 2002 Winter Olympics hosted on these very runs.
True.
That the Race to the Rail 2020 is hosted on.
True. Absolutely, and it's been amazing to just see the progression of this event, the progression of the board sport in general. I mean, we have thousands of riders who are really, really talented, a lot of talented riders at home who weren't able to come. I think that's a very pertinent point. Usually we have a competition that's open to the public. We got 100-plus people coming to lay down time trials in order to qualify for this race. Today, we weren't able to do that. Today, unfortunately, because of COVID, we had to invite 12 racers, keep this event as small as possible. So there's a lot of talent at home, Ted, that we are not seeing here. I'm excited for the future to see what new riders are popping up all over this country and all over the world.
And I think we have a little bit of a back pocket idea of how we can expand this Race to the Rail, bring it to the general.
We would love to expand one-wheel racing in general. We would love to see the expansion of this sport. I think that we can all agree that this is really entertaining content here. Who doesn't want to see someone going 20 miles an hour on a single wheel down a freaking ski hill? We'd love to do some regional qualifiers if we could. We'll see what direction that goes, but I think it's just an honor and a privilege to watch some of the best riders here today, and it's going to be I'm excited to just watch this continue.
You know, big thing we gotta speak upon is that we're a small group of people here from Santa Cruz.
Yep.
Doing our best. We got a 5-team system here.
5-person team.
team.
Keeping everything small because of COVID, of course, keeping the distancing, keeping the masks.
But we're trying to progress the sport.
Absolutely.
We're trying to progress Race to the Rail.
Let me just go ahead and grab these for a second. So, why is this called Race to the Rail? The very first race, we had a spare frame rail. These are on the side of every one wheel, right? And we engraved it, laser engraved it, and we gave it away. So each year we give away a laser engraved one wheel rail. That's the origin story. Today, the golden nunchucks. This is what's on the line. One of our racers is going to take these bad boys home. I don't even know if this is street legal, Ted.
I wouldn't want to be caught in Utah with a pair of
dark,
nunchucks
well, if
on
you're
me.
in a dark alley, I don't know how to operate these bad boys, but one of these people is going to hold this thing up on the mantle, and there's only one of these made. This may have been made by our founder and CEO. He's a great machinist, Kyle Dirksen. Shout out back home. Hopefully he's enjoying this race here.
All righty, I think we're just about to get ready for the final two. And, yeah, let's get in there.
So we got Brendan Schermeyer, right, Ted? And we got Tahoe Dave. And now Tahoe Dave, there he is at the top. There's only two people now.
Dude, Tahoe Dave, look at this dude.
Yeah, smiles.
He's ready.
All smiles.
He's got his daughter's charm on his keys.
Yep, shout out to the daughters.
Tuned in.
And Brendan Schermeyer.
Repping L.A.
Repping L.A. We talked to them, and here's what they had to say. We'll see if we get Brendan Schermeyer here in a second. Tahoe Dave and Brendan Schermeyer, it's all smiles at the top, but you know that both of them want this badly here. Tahoe Dave, very calm and relaxed throughout this entire race. Brendan Schermeyer had a lot of energy going on. Different styles. And, Ted, we will also see here, this is a one-on-one race. The rest of our races had 4 people in a bracket. They had 3 people in a bracket. This race here is one-on-one.
Oh, mono.
I wonder if that's going to change the strategy a bit. I don't know. If you're up there, what would you do? We'll hear from them, actually. Let's hear what they had to say. it looks like we may be experiencing some technical difficulties on the interview portion. But
It's one thing to talk about. We got birds in the sky.
Yep.
We got cameras on the ground.
Yep.
We have about 12 filmers that piece together this one run.
It's been an epic crew here to put this production on for you guys. We're so psyched. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would, we'd appreciate it. We continue to pump hot fire content for you on a daily basis. We're always having fun. As well as give us a follow at Onewheel on Instagram. We're trying to get to 300K. That'd be super fun. I remember when we were at 12 and it was all my, sister's friends. So go ahead and give us a follow, give us a subscribe.
Your sister has 12,000 friends?
12,
That's
like
great.
1, 2.
Oh, 1.
And we're about to see two of the best riders in the world drop down this course right here.
I can't believe
Who do you have? Ted, let's cut to the chase. Who
Dude,
do you got?
I think it's going to be Brendan.
You think it's going to be Brendan?
He's got the fire.
Whew.
That dude, he's young. He could take some abuse. Tahoe Dave, I think in the back of his back of his mind, he's like, I'm 40, 43?
Yeah, but all right. It sounds like we're getting word from the top that these guys are getting ready. They're snowboard style on their boards, parallel to the bungee, starting bungee. Once that bungee goes, they are dropping down. I cannot wait to see this go down right now. For all you at
Everyone's
home,
on the edge of the seats. Come on.
who you got?
Get
Who
the
you got?
popcorn ready.
Out of
They're
this
off.
start, it's neck and neck. You got to say Todd Hayes a little bit ahead of Brendan Schermeyer. Brendan Schermeyer hot on his trail. You don't want to fall right behind because of that dust. Bodhi Harrison ran to that already. Tahoe Dave blasting down there, and Brendan Schermeyer right on his tail. We are in the finals, folks. One of the two of these riders is going to be crowned champion, walk home today with $5,000 in the bank. They got to stay on their boards here, Ted. We've seen people fall in this stretch before.
What a tight race we have so far.
Tahoe Dave out in front, but by a hair. This is neck and neck. They are flying, and I think that they are going to be 1-2 like this all the way down.
It's going to come down to if Tahoe Dave can stay on here.
We're calling
through
it Hamburger Hill now into the
Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle. Let's see if Brendan can catch up here. He's right on his
Taking the
tail.
inside.
He's trying to pass.
Brendan loves
he
that
wasn't
inside.
able to do it.
He loves that inside course.
Dave cut him off. That's a veteran move. Dave's done a lot of racing and a lot of trail riding. Look at how calm Dave is. Brendan, Brendan is going for a pass. Brendan is passing onto the toe side. That is an aggressive move that he's been pulling all day. He passes Tahoe Dave. Brendan Schermeyer out of Los Angeles, California is in the lead. He is heading down the straights. Brendan Schermeyer is in the lead. We will see if he can maintain this during the bottom portion of this course.
You know what, Jack? They call it squirrel pig straight for one reason. You got one squirrel, you got one pig.
Yep.
Squirrel's going to take it over the pig.
Oh, my gosh. Brendan now has a healthy lead. He has to maintain this. They're both regular riders. They both have a toe. They got to slow down into this turn, hit it toe side.
Brendan's feeling hot.
Brendan
He's
is
ready.
feeling
He's
good.
ready.
Dave needs to kick into another gear right now.
I think he's saving it for after.
Dave's been lacing the lower portion of the race.
Yes.
I think he's going to wait for Brendan to slow down in this turn. I
What a
see them
fat
now
lead
visually.
Brendan has, though.
Dave's
Holy.
coming in. Dave with a little hiccup. Oh, my gosh. Brendan with a little hiccup. He's trying to lace these rocks. This is a rocky section. His heart is pounding right now. I can guarantee it, Ted. He's shouting out the homies. He's into this gravel straights.
Team
Brendan is into the gravel straights.
$14,000 on the line.
He wants this for him. He wants this for his team. Brendan Schermeyer of Los Angeles, California, onto the single track. He is in control. Gets onto the grass. Dave is on his tail. Dave stayed on the gravel and gained some traction, gained some ground. Dave is right there. It's going to come down to this final portion. Oh, my goodness. Dave is right there. Brendan Schermeyer onto the pavement first. Brendan Schermeyer onto the pavement first. Let's see if Dave can make up ground. There's two more turns for Dave Stewart to make up ground on Brendan Schermeyer onto the final stretch. Coming down the main thoroughfare here in Snow Basin Resort, and Brendan Schermeyer of Los Angeles, California is taking home the 2020 Race the Rail Championship. Oh, my goodness.
Let's go!
Brendan tosses his helmet. Oh, my God.
Champagne is flying.
Wow. I cannot believe what we just saw, Ted. Brendan Schermeyer is your 2020 Race the Rail champion. How many people saw this coming?
Dude. Gosh, dang it, man.
Can I tell you this, Ted? I am so happy for this kid. He is so positive, such a fun-loving guy, spacey, flower on the helmet, bobbling around, having a great time this weekend. The whole team embraces, again, everyone negative COVID tests. Thankfully, Brendan Schermeyer is your 2020 Race Rail champion.
Not going to lie, I had Brendan Schermeyer as one of my personal favorites, but I did not think that the greats, Dom and Bodhi, were going to fall short of Brendan. But
Wow.
look at that energy. Dude, what did we just watch here, Jack? What is going on?
I don't know. We watched a legend born is what we just saw. We just watched someone who elevated themselves
Champagne in the
from one
eye.
of the best riders in the world to, right now, the best one-wheel rider in the world. And you know what else, Ted? I forgot during this broadcast, wild card. Brendan Schermeyer made it into this event as a wild card, did not get an invite. The one-wheel world voted Brendan Schermeyer into this race, and he just said, thank you very much. I will take that trophy. I will take the nunchucks home. I will take $5,000, and I will win $9,000 for everyone wearing the black jersey.
He owns it.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude.
I
Race to the Rail
cannot believe that.
2020. Who expected this turnout?
Let's
I
get Brendan
guarantee
Schermeyer over to Adam Laser. I want to hear what he has to say right now because that was incredible. You know what it was, Ted? It was that pass. Tahoe Day was out in front, felt like he could cruise, and Brendan Schermeyer blasted right past
Let's take
him.
a more in-depth look right here, Jack, because
Yep.
this is absolutely incredible.
Dave at the top, shout out to his daughters. And Brendan
Brendan's
Schermeyer.
ready, repping LA.
Brendan had that vibe about him that he was here to finish first. That's
They
what it was.
both came off to a great start. Both head-to-head. You know, Tahoe Dave took that first lead off Brendan.
Almost lost right
He
there,
did.
huh?
I think both of them on this downhill, you know, just like were able to navigate the best line together.
Really fast times. I want to know the final time because it was a clean race. I want to know the final time, but that's the moment right there where Brendan Schermeyer puts the pedal to the metal. He says, look, I'm going to send it.
This is racing.
This
is Race for the Rail 2020.
Wow, and
this
look
is
at that confidence right there.
the best race I think we've ever held.
Absolutely.
Can you not attest to that?
No doubt about it. Look at that confidence coming. Supreme confidence to flash number one coming off that turn when you still have the bottom of the race to go. We're getting word in the headphones that Brendan Schermeyer finished 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
The fastest time of the day.
The fastest time of the day in the finals. When the moment got big, Brendan Schermeyer got big. He met that challenge, and he's your champion. Ted, when we were running this course for fun, we were getting 4 minutes on.
Oh, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, we were stopping, saying like, damn,
well,
this
that's
is pretty
true.
gnarly.
That's true. Absolutely. But 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
That is fast.
That is fast. That's
And
a
that's
clean
what it
run.
takes, Jack. That's what it takes to compete at Race for Rail 2020. We've seen many people get invited to this. We've seen wild cards. It goes to show, if you're not ready to throw down, you're not ready for Race to the Rail.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm glad that's a clean run. It would have been a huge bummer to see one of our two finalists take a spill early in the course, you know, and have someone mail it in. That was an intense race to the finish. So much fun to watch. Man, I'm glad to be here today, Ted.
Dude, this year is setting the new record for Race to the Rail.
The new bar. The bar is set high.
The bar is set high.
I'm exhausted. I haven't done anything. I haven't done a single thing. These guys have been going up the mountain, riding down on these gnarly trails. I'm exhausted just watching this. This has been too much fun. Whew. Laser, what you got for us out there on the finish line?
Here we are with your 2020 Race for the Rail champion, Brendan Schermeyer.
What's going on, y'all? That was crazy.
Brendan, not only did you just win Race for the Rail, your team swept the team challenges, and you just won the prize purse for them.
Yeah! Go Team Delirium! Big D's gonna take it all the way, and we did. Yes, shout out Raquel McCosker for picking me and everybody else on this team. She had some great choices. Oh man, that was the time of my life. You know, starting off beating Dom again. And then when it came to the last one, I had a feeling I could do it because I beat Tahoe Dave down that thing yesterday. So we were talking about, you know, let's just split it half and half and whoever wins it. No. We couldn't do that. We're sending it all the way. First place takes it all. We're getting it, baby. I always knew I could be the best. Here we are. Let's go.
Brendan, let's not forget, you were a wild card. You were not originally invited. The community voted you in. That's right. And here you are on the podium, brother. Let's give a shout out to those who voted for you.
Shout out to everyone that voted for me. I got more votes than I had followers on Instagram, so shout out to everybody that's with me right now. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for coming out, putting on the show. Let's get you pumped up for the podium.
Yes.
And, man, thanks for giving us a great race, brother.
Thanks for setting up a great race. One Wheel team killed it. Shout out all of you guys. You ran it proper, did it the way it's supposed to be done right now. Appreciate everybody here, especially you guys right here. Yes.
Awesome. All right, go take a breather, and we'll get you up here for the awards.
Go.
Ted, that was insane.
We were at a loss for words over here in the commentating booth, and we thought we had this race figured out. We thought we knew.
We spent all weekend out here with them filming. Shout out to Aaron Hooper. Shout out to Cade. Shout out to Adam.
Shout out to Ryland.
Shout out to Ryland for editing everything. If you want to see the weekend's events, all that's accessible on YouTube. You can watch the draft, the team draft. Again, Amanda Thompson, Raquel McCosker, they drafted their teams. They competed in team challenges for money, which led up to this moment. So make sure to check that stuff out. But no one saw this coming. Brendan Schurmeyer takes home the victory. That's $5,000 for him, $9,000 for his team. Man, oh man, this has been fun. We're getting the podium ready. Brendan Schurmeyer, for the next calendar year, is the fastest one-wheeler alive.
Let's talk about Brendan Schurmeyer for 1 minute, though. That dude came to the pop-up, threw down on that wooden berm that we made.
Yep.
I remember him just, ripping that berm. Straight chiller, dude helping everyone out. I could not be more stoked for Brendan Schurmeyer right now. That dude's going to take that win over Dom, over Bodhi, and he's going to run with it this next year. And I can't wait to see what Brendan Schurmeyer comes up with 2021.
You know what? When I interviewed our racers before this this whole event, I asked them what they'd do if they won the money. You know what Brandon told me?
I want to know.
Brandon said, "Oh my gosh, I hope I remember this." He said, I gotta pay off my one wheels first of all, pay off his one wheels, and secondly, he's like, I just want to get power into my room so I can charge my one wheel for my bedroom.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Brendan Schurmeyer,
PG&E, turn
congrats,
that dude's electric
power
on.
switch on, Brendan. You are charging your boards from your room. That is so awesome, man. That makes me smile.
Brendan's going on with a hypercharger, one wheel mat, and PG&E just boosting his electricity. That dude, I think he had 11 boards. If the last time I thought about it,
Something like that.
Boards.
Let's take a look, Ted,
energy.
at the day's highlights today. It's been action-packed to say the least.
Dude.
So Brendan Schurmeyer.
PG&E,
So here we have Brendan early in the day edging out Dom.
Easy
We said
push-up,
that was
easy
the
push,
upset
easy
of the day right there, but that was indicative of the entire day
For sure,
and what was
for sure.
happening.
And I know there's going to be lots of talk about the race structure. That was a clean race push in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's bumping, it's grinding, it's boardercross.
Absolutely.
Your bar to bar, rail to rail action.
We saw movement up and down the course throughout the entire course, which is really fun to watch. Top section, middle section, lower section, everything was in play today. Oh my god.
Spills, Craigslist, it all across the board. We got it all.
That was too much fun. We got
this
We're sending the
grass section-
nunchucks up to the podium right now,
This
Ted.
crash session took. This race in general, I did not expect this corner to be the devastating.
That
blow.
was insane, and I thought that was the end of the day for Bodhi. He ended up beating Ori out of that grass section by just a hair. And then you have Jeff blasting out of the start here, but having a huge tumble. Gets back on his board and finishes, to his credit. But that opened up the door for Brendan Schurmeyer. But you know what? Brendan Schurmeyer took the most of that. Took advantage of that, absolutely. He proved that not only does he belong here, but he belongs on the top of the podium. Flashing out LA for
Dodgers.
the
Go
crew. Probably
Dodgers.
a shout out to the Hover Hooligan squad, if I had to guess. Robert Campbell and those homies. Wow. And then we had in the other bracket, we had Bodhi and Dave and Jamie. I had Bodhi. I have to be honest, I had Bodhi today. I thought he was going to put on a show for us. Unfortunately, Dave goes down in front of him. He gets tripped up in that.
Look at that board.
Just humbling.
These are
Durable.
Not the average spills. Yeah, the boards are very durable, but this is not your average trail riding spill.
Yeah.
This is
they're going
full
fast.
send.
They're going. Yeah, they're racing for money. They're racing for pride.
And you know what's cool to see too is the top of the tier level riders.
Yeah.
They're able to take these spills and still continue.
Yeah.
To push towards elite.
Totally.
And that was.
And you know, I think Dave here on the podium, Dave, I think felt a little badly that he got in Bodhi's way, in his opinion. Look, that's racing, man.
Yeah.
If you fall and someone's behind you, it's not your fault that you're in front of them. I think that attitude that he had there, that was like, you know, I feel bad, that might have carried over because Brendan proved that he wanted it more. I think that's what we saw here.
100%.
I think we saw. Look at how fast these guys are coming down. Oh my gosh.
Jack, when you and me rode this, what were your first thoughts when riding this course?
Top section is gnarly. Top section is gnarly.
Rail to rail right there.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 56 seconds for Brendan. Yeah, I was probably doing 4
Maybe
minutes.
5.
4 minutes, yeah. And Dave Stewart finished this race with the second. Oh wait, I think we're getting word that Brendan had the 2 fastest times, 2:56 and 2:58. He proved time and time again in the semifinals and the finals that he deserved to be here.
What do you think Brendan ate for breakfast this morning?
I don't know, but that's a great question because I'm having that tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Coming down the straightaway here, again, big shout out to Snow Basin for letting us have this resort in a safe manner for everybody. Man, this is just so much fun, and I hope the viewers at home had a good time. Comment below, what do you think? Did you see Brendan taking this home? I mean, who do we think? I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here, Ted. But I'm already looking forward to next year.
Dude.
I'm already looking forward to next year.
Let's go next month.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's go next month. There is so much talent in the one-wheel world. Again, so many riders that we wish we could have had here today that aren't. But at the end of the day, someone got to the bottom first. That was Brendan, and we'll see now. Look, he's never been in the position of having the target on his back. Right? That's been Dom.
For sure.
That's been Dom. Dom's been the villain. Dom's been the super kid. Dom's untouchable, right?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you see Dom on social media,
yeah,
Dom's dropping.
Insane.
Dom's doing some highly progressive tricks on Onewheel.
Yep.
Do you think Dom's going to shift gears now and focus on trail riding to prepare for Race of L 2021?
Dom rides trails all the time. I think that Dom needs to focus up. He's got all the talent in the world. He's 16, 17. I think Dom has the brightest future ahead of him. He keeps his head high. He keeps focused. Dom Williams is going to be a force in the future. Next year, I think that I don't want to be in his bracket, if I'm honest.
Here's the thing. Dom grew about 6 inches the last time we saw him.
True.
He's getting bigger. He's getting faster. He's getting stronger.
Yep. We're gonna be seeing more of Dom Williams, but now Brendan Schurmeyer has a target on his back. Bodhi Harrison's also hungry. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting what Dave Stewart's gonna do.
Not only that, but look at Jamie right here. Jamie threw down some hot times today. He's fired up.
Love Jamie.
That dude's gonna continue to push himself, push the sport,
Another
along
wild
with everyone
card.
else. Jeff, Raquel, Ori.
Yeah.
All these homies.
And you know what else, Ted? We're gonna see more from Zoe.
Oh,
because
for sure.
Zoe has been killing it this entire event. She laid down the best time on the team descent
Zoe
for her group.
Is arguably the fastest woman in Race to the Rail
in the game, probably
right now. For
absolutely.
sure.
And if I said this before, I'll say it again. If this course included any uphill, I think Zoe maybe gets to the semifinals.
Absolutely.
Because I watched her blast uphill the other day.
Absolutely.
Super impressive. I'm looking forward to watching her development. I'm looking forward to watching her progress as a one-wheel rider and carry the sport forward as well.
You know, Race to the Rail just keeps getting gnarlier and gnarlier. We'll see what happens 2021.
Let's kick it on over to Laser. Laser, what do you have for us, bud?
Everybody, we are down here at the finish line. Here we are with your 2020 Race for the Rail champion, Brendan Schurmeyer. I'm going to start you off with the trophy, brother. First place, the nunchucks.
Let's go.
Woo!
Woo! Bruce Lee, baby, let's go.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, I am so pleased to give you this $6,500 check for Brendan Schurmeyer.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never had this much money on a check in front of me at any point in my life.
Well, don't spend it in one place. It is an honor to give that to you. You deserved it. You earned it. And, man, it was a pleasure watching you race.
Oh, man, it was a pleasure racing against all you guys. You know, I don't think I would have gone that fast if there wasn't somebody up ahead of me to keep me going, you know. So let's go. Let's race next year. We're coming back. I'm winning this again. Let's go.
He's putting some hot fire out there. He's coming back next year. He thinks he's going to win it. I might have my money on him. Now, let's say, people, it's not just him who's getting some money today. Brendan brought it home for his team, Team Delirium. Each team member will be receiving $1,500. Jeff McCosker, Raquel McCosker, the team captain, Jamie Juchter, Zoe Thomas, and Don Williams. Raquel, team captain, you put this team together. What was on your mind when you had your pick?
Honestly, I had second pick, but I still picked the best, obviously. And I could not be any more proud of every single one of these members. Everybody's been so amazing all weekend long, and they're so supportive, and we've been having a great time together, and there's so much talent. And, of course, Brendan, but Jamie, Tom, and Zoe, she's been killing it in every race, and Jeff and I.
Yeah, me too.
Zoe, last year you came through, and I remember asking you, how did you recover from your fall? Do you remember what you said?
I just sent it.
That's what I got to hear. Jamie, my dude, you're riding every day. I see it, brother. You deserve this just as much as anybody else. Any shout-outs?
It was super fun. All these people are my fam. It's such a great time. Looking forward to next year.
Don Williams, last year's Race for the Rail champion. How does it feel to have this year's Race for the Rail champion on your team, bringing it home for you so you could have some cash?
Oh, it was insane. Floaty, you are fast.
Honestly, whenever I'm going around the corner, I'm like, Don will do this faster, and it sends me faster. So it's, you know, it's keeping us going.
And I was a little bummed that I lost, but once I remembered that if Floaty won, we were getting $1,500. I was like, go Floaty! I'm sorry, Dave. I got bribed with my choice of who I wanted to win. Next year, I got you.
Well, there you have it, folks. Team Delirium 2020 Race for the Rail champions. Brendan Schermeyer, Race for the Rail champion. Let's give it up.
Well, Ted, that was just a beautiful sight. Super fun to watch this team celebrate what is a great individual accomplishment as well as a great team accomplishment. He looks like he's actually used nunchucks before, so that's epic as well. Walking home with a bit of cash here. Brendan Schermeyer, your champion. Folks, wow.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. We have so much fun putting this on. Big shout out to everyone responsible, our entire crew here. We're working day and night. Go ahead and like, subscribe. It's just been an honor, so thank you so much for being here. We hope you had fun. Comment below what you think about the race, what you're expecting to see next year. If you saw Brendan coming, good for you. And you know what? If you got a perfect bracket, if you got the best bracket,
what do you win, Jack?
You win a pint, a one-wheel pint, which is a shredding machine. Absolute shredding machine, so that's exciting too here. Next up, I mean, from us, give us a follow at Onewheel. And then also make sure you watch those YouTube episodes from the weekend because the action was just as intense all weekend long. It was an absolute honor and privilege to watch some of the best riders race here this weekend.
You know, we watched people arrive to the competition, go through all of the challenges, see the team dynamic come into play, see the individual strengths and weaknesses come into play. And I tell you what, I would not expect the finish we saw today after watching all those teams. So watch those videos, watch those packages we have on YouTube. It is the most exciting one-wheel content I think we put out all year.
Not even close. Not even close. And I loved that shout out to Raquel McCosker for putting together Team Delirium.
Absolutely.
You can watch that draft. You can see how these players were picked, how they were chosen. I don't know how you guys would have done it, but Raquel did it pretty dang good. Here we see Team Skyline, but from everybody here at Snow Basin, it has been an honor and a privilege. For the 2020 Race the Rail, your hosts, Jack and Ted.
Yo!
Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next time. Over and out! And I love that shout-out to Raquel McCosker for putting together Team Delirium. You can watch that draft. You can see how these players were picked, how they were chosen. I don't know how you guys would have done it, but Raquel did it pretty dang good. Here we see Team Skyline, but from everybody here at Snow Basin, it has been an honor and a privilege. For the 2020 Race the Rail, your hosts, Jack and Ted.
Yo!
Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next time. Over and out!